So this is a great point. Uh, this makes me think of Yanis Varoufakis. He is an economist, and he was the former minister of finance for Greece. Very smart guy, very left wing. If you're into that, I like him personally. I think he has very good takes. I actually think that you might be referencing a point of his. Maybe you've heard of Varoufakis and read it, but Varoufakis has come up with a concept called techno feudalism, which talks about how nowadays we have regressed from capitalism back into a technological version of feudalism. Now, that's bad, and AI is probably going to accelerate that and make it worse to a certain extent. But I still have hope. I'm a positive person. I tend to focus on the positive, and I think that the universe has a bias, like existence, not just the universe. Like, I'm not trying to be too new agey here, but existence has a bias towards equilibrium. Things swing one way, but then they swing dramatically backwards. And I do kind of think that this this pendulum swing, is a reaction to the neoliberal trade policies of the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s that really isolated and marginalized working class people in the Western world. And now it's sort of like the white collar, college educated person's turn to feel the sledgehammer of capitalism, and have the same amount of apathy from their fellow citizens as they had towards the working class. It's like the mirror image of that, of offshoring. This will do to white collar professionals what offshoring did to the working class. That's how I see it. So it's actually a form of equilibrium. But I think in the end, the large amounts of new skilled labor that will come from young people increasingly going into the trades will result in another pendulum swing towards a more healthy middle. Because I think when people work with their hands, when people are working class, I think that it's easier to develop a class consciousness with them. And I think when people have a class consciousness, it's easier to do things like form unions. And when people have unions, it's easier to have social democratic institutions like universal health care and state sponsored higher education. So I think that the shift towards the trades is the beginning. It's the trickle that begins the waterfall that will lead to the United States developing more socially progressive institutions. Like, it doesn't have what it needs to get those yet, but I think this will lead to that in the long run. And I don't think techno feudalism will hold. I think it will fail and crumble.